We know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Miller. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground. Carson. This will go for 5 up to the 33. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On third down. It's Carson, and he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
First down, Seahawks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Jim. Shit.
They'll try the left side. Carson, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Go. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Watch twist.
From the 41, Wilson dancing to his left. He'll find Metcalf. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Take 50.
Right back to him on first down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Watch the whip. Check 24.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Check. Check, hot route. Hot. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Further. Switch.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
We got this.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On 1st down, Watson. And an alley to run. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
It's 2nd and inches at the 47-yard line.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's another Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Set. 19. Right there. 24. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Texans 1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
Watson now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Darren Fells there to make the grab. And the Texans get a bit closer.
And they split him out that time in the slot to the right. And he's such a good pass catcher, they love to give him space outside to operate. And look what he does. Works his way towards the middle of the field, connects for a touchdown.
To the air yet again, Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And now look at him go.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Wilson wants to throw it. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. Now it's Watson. Forced out to his left. Spaced him up. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 41. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
On 1st down, Carson, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Oh, Wilson going to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long from Houston.